don't know about Lori, but I do not go to the beach very often out here. So this was the one day this month that I ended up going to the beach. It was just mostly so that we could cool off because our apartment's still so hot. But while we were out there, the moon was up and it was so tiny. Like, I don't know why it looks so small in comparison, but like, it was so cute. One thing I like to do when I go into town is find different neighborhoods because they always have things you wouldn't find if you just Google it on Google Maps. So this was a mall building type thing. I don't know. And there were just like, there's a bake shop and restaurants that they just don't pop up on Google Maps for some reason. And I like walking through them and seeing some of the businesses there. But this was also the one day this month I got to go into town and I got really hungry. So you'll notice I'm very shaky in these videos. I was just really, really hungry at this point. I think it was a bit late for me to be eating lunch. But I found this restaurant on Google and it was really cute. They had this little trolley and basically everything was a three-course meal. It would come with an appetizer, a main meal, and a dessert. I also have this stubborn habit that I refuse to give up where when I order a Texas tea, I call it a Texas tea. This was a Texas tea and it was actually surprisingly big for the restaurant. I don't know. I didn't expect it to be that big. And of course, nobody knows what a Texas tea is. They're going to ask you and you're going to explain and they're going to go, "Oh, we call that an Arnold Palmer." And I'll go, "Yeah, I know. I know it's called an Arnold Palmer. It was named after a golfer who used to get Texas teas, but he didn't want alcohol in them, and that's why we call it an Arnold Palmer." Um, but every time I'm gonna be like, "Can I get a Texas tea?" and go through the whole spiel because that's what I call them, and I really should just give it up. But the whole restaurant was super cute. I tried to get a video of the trolley, but there were people there, so I felt awkward. So it's very short. Outside, there was also this boat docked, and it's always there, but it's a very cute area. This is also where cruise ships dock, I believe. While I was in Texas, a lot of people asked me what I was doing for work out here now, and I would tell them I was a line cook and they would ask what that means. So the majority of this video is going to be me showing off my job. This was a video I was trying to show how white the water is the first time and how clean it is the second or the last time when I washed the rice, and it just did not show. These are the prep sheets that I get. The letters are to tell me how important it is that I do my task. Um, this is me peeling lettuce. I'm basically just gonna rant over videos of me doing my job because I don't need to walk you through the fact that I'm cleaning lettuce. Honestly, it's kind of sad how much of the lettuce we do throw away though, because everything you see me pulling off right now, that's all getting trashed because it's either dirty, broken, not dirty, we clean this lettuce. It's either broken, like stained into it where you can't wash it off, or it's too leathery is what the executive chef calls it, and so we only get to use the inside of the lettuce and it ends up being like this tiniest inside third of the lettuce that we actually end up using, and the grill goes through like a lot of this because this is what we put on our burgers, and then the really really inside small stuff is what we use for our salads. um, I was talking to one of my coworkers and I realized we don't have chicken fried steak or chicken fried chicken out here. I can't believe I didn't realize it, but now that he told me, I really, really want like some chicken fried steak, and I you can't get it out here. And I only found out because he found out I was from Texas. He's like, "Oh, you got fried steak out there?" And I was like, "Fried steak?" And he's like, "Yeah, my friend from Texas says you got fried steak." And I was like, "Do you mean chicken fried steak?" He's like, "No, fried steak." And I was like, "Is it battered?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "That's chicken fried steak." And he's like, "Oh." I think he thought I was crazy or making fun of him. In this next video, you're gonna see me cut limes, and I don't know about you, but if I saw somebody cut limes this way, I'd be like, "Why are you cutting limes this way?" And I would just like to let you know that this is how Chef Dan makes us cut the limes, and it's because we're supposed to be able to see the white in the center so that we always have even cuts. Does it always work? No, but that's how he told me I'm supposed to cut my limes, so that's how I cut my limes. I don't know about you, but I would flip the lime upside down so it's more stable. But in the background there, you'll see Christine. She is the only one that knew I was filming any of this today because I was not gonna tell anybody that I was taking videos of me doing work. That's embarrassing. And I only told her because there was no way I was gonna hide it from her. Or at least that's what I thought. But after I told her, she's like, "Oh, so you're gonna take any videos?" And I was like, "I've been taking them all day. Like, I've taken every video basically so far." And she just didn't notice because I had my camera like vaguely hidden because I was embarrassed. I was taking videos at work, but yeah, she was super nice. She was even like, "Oh, do you want me to like hold the video or the camera while you do something so you can get in the video?" And I was like, "Oh no, that's okay." Mostly because I don't want very clear video of me doing my job very well. You already kind of see me. You can see me even better in other videos. You don't need to see me. This next cut that I'm going to do is called a bias cut, and it took me a while to learn it because I don't know. Um, Cutting it this kind of bias cut on a cucumber is the easiest version of a bias cut, and then next I cut a harder bias cut, and then I cut into a carrot, and carrots suck. But I just want you to appreciate how consistent and nice my bias cuts are, because it took me a long time to get good at it. And when I teach people how to do these bias cuts and they watch me, they're like, "Oh my gosh, you're so fast." And I'm like, "Oh, not really." But I know I'm fast. I'm just not as fast as Sarah. So it's true, not really, because Sarah's faster. This is a harder one. Ignore how I basically almost stabbed my hand. I don't know why I did it that way. I don't know why my hand was under the cucumber. It's normally not. I'm also kind of proud of how I cut this one because technically, how I'm cutting this isn't the correct way to cut it. You're supposed to cut it going straight down, just like I did the last one. But when I was first learning how to do this, I could not keep a knife straight for the life of me. And I would always end up angling like this. And I realized that if you angle it like this, you end up with this really cute cut that looks almost like a half heart. And when you fan it out like we do on the salads, it looks really pretty. And so now I do it on purpose and I teach it people this way. And it's like a lot harder to do it this way. Um, Except for me because I accidentally did it this way because I was bad at it in the first place. But it makes like these really cute little fans that we put onto the salads. See? Isn't it adorable? Little half hearts. Pay attention to these carrots. These carrots were the bane of my existence for so long, and I'm convinced that our carrots have just softened or something, and that's why it's so much easier now. Because I don't have nearly as much trouble with the carrots as I used to, but my bias cuts on carrots used to be horrendous. But it's kind of funny because whenever you do a carrot, you kind of have to like spin it around till you find how it'll lay flat, and it reminds me of volleyball. Don't ask me why. I know why, but I'm talking way too much about work. The point of this was supposed to be me ranting over work, not me ranting about work. But just appreciate that. It's so nice. Honestly, all I have done recently is work, so it makes sense that I have nothing else to talk about because I'm trying to think of something else to talk about and I've got nothing. I had 3 days where I actually did something, and you've already seen two of them, and I didn't videotape the third one because I forgot to bring my camera. So that gives you an idea of how little I do stuff in my life. But this is my favorite part of doing the watermelons because I just chop haphazardly, and I probably shouldn't, but it's really fun. But yeah, I really just don't do anything. I work and then I go home and then I work again. And on my days off, I play video games. Lately, I have been playing a lot of Tears of the Kingdom, and I'm trying to like complete all the end goals, and it takes forever, and that's all I do in my free time, or I sleep. This little burr mixer, he is useless. This is his only job because he is so weak and like useless. And one time the executive chef was like, "Why are you using him?" And I was like, "Because he has no other use. I feel bad for him. That's why I'm using him. Because we have a much bigger, much stronger one that we use for other things." And I also just don't want to use the big, stronger burr mixer if I don't have to, so other people have access to it. But anyway, I took videos of me making different salads, but what you're gonna notice throughout these videos is I start and then I walk away and then I start again and then I walk away multiple times. There were multiple reasons for this. One, the lettuce, I was trying to decide if it was okay. It was not okay. I put it in the bowl and I was like, nope, that's too brown. So this lettuce had just oxygenated too much. Anytime we wash it, it starts like a timer until it's gonna be too brown to use. So I'd switch that off. And then whoever closed last night just didn't do any of their restocking because I later walk away because they didn't have any tomatoes. And there were tomatoes cut, they just didn't put them on the line. Anyway, basically, you're gonna see me going off to restock things, and you're also gonna see me going off to complain to Christine about it because we had both been having trouble with it. But I don't know what else to say about it. You know, I'm really, really, really trying to think of something to talk about, but I don't do anything. I'm trying to find um a Japanese tutor out here so that I can practice my Japanese more because I'm horrible at doing it at home. I was doing really well for a while actually, and then I got to a point where it's so hard and I'm not understanding it very well, and so now I give up because I can't get myself to understand it. And so I'm trying to find like a Japanese teacher or something like that, and it's really hard because most of them are intended for children. Weird, like adults want to learn too. And also because I don't know, I'm worried that if I go to a class, they're just going to teach me like, okay kids, now we're going to learn how to say hi in Japanese. Can you say konnichiwa? And it's going to be something stupid like that where they just teach you basic phrases or they teach you them wrong or just, just anything like that. It's I don't know. Also, as I'm sure all of you have noticed, my voice is really horrible. I woke up like at this point an hour ago, and a fun fact about me is that my voice is like perpetually broken. And when I wake up in the mornings, it is going to be a varied level of broken. And so sometimes I'll wake up and I can't like talk above a whisper. And sometimes it's like it is now, where any talking really, really hurts. Um, and it's like really gravelly. And so that's what's happening today. So that's going to be fun. So basically, I'm using all my talking power now. So I guess at work, they're going to have a quiet day because I talk a lot at work and I really shouldn't. But, it's boring. I'm cleaning lettuce and cutting vegetables. I'm bored. I want to talk to my coworkers. And really, the only coworkers I like talk to, like just have casual conversations with, are Sarah and Christine. And Sarah and Christine are the ones who trained me on Pantry initially. They're also the only other girls in the morning. Um, when I started, they were the only other girls in general. And then, like a couple months ago, we got a bunch more girls. And then at one point, it was like almost all girls in the back of house, which, if you know any of the kitchen stereotypes, it's that there's never girls in the back of house. But anyway, then we had a bunch of girls, and then now all those girls have gone to college. So now it's just us three in the morning, and then there's one other girl in the evening. We used to have a girl dishwasher, but I haven't seen her in a while. Anyway, they're the ones I talk to the most. Not because they're girls, but because they worked in proximity to me, so I got closer to them. Sarah is basically the master of everything. Anything anybody wants to know, they'll ask her. Like, I'll ask her something before I'll ask the chef because I don't want to bother the chef, but I'm fine bothering Sarah. And then Christine worked here for 2 years and then quit for a year and then came back. And then now she's actually moving to Japan in November. So that's exciting. I wanted to show this is how we get our orders. And then when you click it, it'll move to show that it's complete on your end. And then that's where Expo stands and they can see who has finished what and what all goes to at the same table. It's a pretty convenient system. You'll notice that as I was going through this one, you're going to see me walk away kind of upset and show Christine. Whoever had cleaned this kale, they hadn't actually gone through and picked out all the bad pieces of kale. And so normally one bag will make one salad, but because it was so poorly picked through, I ended up picking out half the salad and had to use another bag that was also half bad and then just combine the usable parts of both bags, and it was just really annoying that there were so many things that were going wrong this day. Anyway, I just remembered I forgot to say earlier at that restaurant that I went to, if you ordered an Italian soda, they would give you a free commemorative cup. And so that cup that you saw earlier with like the trolley on it, yeah, I got to take a clean one of those cups home. It's pretty nice. I should have said that earlier, but I am doing this last minute again. Not super last minute. I'm doing this on the 30th, and so I still have tomorrow to edit this if I wanted to. But to be honest, like you have clearly seen, nothing happened this month. I debated even making a video this month. I debated just making the video 5 minutes and cutting out all this work stuff. So honestly, if you only watch the first like 5 minutes of this video, I'd totally understand. Kind of late for that disclaimer, but yeah, I had no idea what to do this month, and now I'm editing this super late, and I am not in the mood to properly edit it because it's a boring video, and I should do more things with my life. I don't know what more things I would do because I don't like going to the beach. I shouldn't be going into town a lot because I don't have the money to be um, buying coffee every couple days, which is something I totally do. I totally do that anyway. Like, after I'm done with this, I'm absolutely gonna go get coffee before work. And I shouldn't, but I'm going to. And I'm gonna see Lori at work, and she's gonna be like, Stephanie, you cannot get coffee every day. And I'm gonna be like, I'm the customer, you gotta respect me, you know? Customer's always right. Did you know that that's actually not the phrase? The phrase is the customer's always right in matters of taste, meaning that you should never argue with a customer's opinion, not that the customer is always correct in every sense, even when they're wrong and stupid. Yeah. There's a lot of phrases like that where the end part got cut off and it completely changed the meaning. So, like, curiosity killed the cat. That one, it ends with but satisfaction brought it back. And then there was other ones. I know that the water of the blood is stronger than water. Yeah, that one also, it's a longer phrase. And if you say the longer phrase, it means the opposite thing. Anyway, I think it's kind of interesting. Oh, jack of all trades. That one actually goes jack of all trades, master of none, better than a master of one, meaning that it's better to kind of know a lot of things than to only be really good at one thing. But of course, they cut off the end and then it changed it. Um, I'm really trying to pull into my vast knowledge of random facts to fill up this time because, I don't know, I want the videos to be a consistent length. And so now you get a lot of me ranting. And also because with a lot of the other videos, people would text me and they'd be like, "Oh, it reminds me of just listening to you talk." So now you get the actual version of just listening to me talk, which is just a lot of random thoughts and ranting and, you know, I don't know where the conversation's going, but it's going somewhere and apparently I'm taking you with me. But, you know, I don't know. None of us know actually. What's this about anymore? I don't know. I really should cut this out of the video. Uh, I wanted to show you Pizza Station. I also do this station. I also do Fry, but I was not about to go over to Fry and take a video. I'm on pizza almost never, but look at all of these pizza doughs. I'm on pizza almost never. This is my finished prep sheet. I was kind of proud. But I do fry every once in a while, and so just imagine in your mind me frying fries and me dipping fish in batter and frying that, and I don't know, that's about all that we do on Fry. On Saturdays and Sundays, we do serve brunch, and so Fry does a bunch of benedicts, and we fry a bunch of eggs and boil eggs and a bunch of egg stuff, and which doesn't interest me at all because I don't like eggs. But on Pantry, which by the way, this station that I'm working right now, that's called Pantry. I don't know why it's called Pantry, but I do all the salads and the desserts. But anyway, on Pantry, we do an Avo toast. And a fun fact, everyone here says avo instead of avocado. And because that's how we have to say it at work, I've started saying it and Lori hates it. And like she's super valid in that because I hate it. Every time I say it, I'm like, why did I become like this? What has happened to me? But anyway, we make avocado toast and it's really, really good. Like I've had avocado toast before and not liked it, but it's like really good here. And like the one time I had it before, I got a stomach ache. And so I was like, I hate avocado toast. But when I was first working here, Sarah, and she would just randomly be like, "Have you tried this?" And I was like, "No." And then she'd make it for me. And so I got to try a bunch of stuff. And she did that with avocado toast. And now I do it for other people. Also, it turns out I lied. I did do something on a fourth day. I just went and got boba because I was really, really hot at home. But yeah, if you survived to the end of the video, thank you so much. And I'm so sorry.